Word to your mother, boys and girls. It is your boy Sniper West coming at you here from WizardsSportsPicks.com, and this is the first edition of the Wizards Wraparound, which will be a daily show with sports betting content and some breakdowns on some games. And tonight, do we have a banger in the national championship game? Really looking forward to that natty, as they call it. I have a couple great guests here to break down the game. We have Mr. Joey Tron. And we have Mr. Ian Watson, who might be the number one UConn fan in the history of college basketball. And he is going to give us some of his thoughts on the national championship game tonight and what he thought about the Final Four and what he thinks might happen this evening. So, Ian, where were you for the Final Four? What were you doing? What were your thoughts?
Well, as much as I would have loved to make Indianapolis, I could not. So I went to the second best place just outside of our second or third home, Madison Square Garden. I was in the city. I went to a UConn bar called Jack Dempsey's to watch with some fellow fans and a couple of Michigan fans there too. So that was a great time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jack Dempsey, like the old boxer?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think Jack Dempsey was a boxer, if my memory serves me correct.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a fantastic game tonight. You know, Michigan, they've been fantastic in the Final Four. They have covered every single game on their way to being here in the Natty. So they played St. Louis, if you remember. They beat St. Louis 95-72. They beat Alabama 90-77, Tennessee 95-62, and Arizona 91-73. So, I mean, every single game has been a decisive victory for them, and they've obviously covered as well. I mean, I thought Arizona. First of all, I thought whoever was going to win this game was going to win the national championship, which is why I had a future on Arizona. And I hedged. I took Michigan just to make sure I made some money either way. But, man, I did not see them run through Arizona like that. So Michigan's obviously a problem. Axel Landenborg, obviously he has the sprained MCL. He says he's going to give it a go. But they look just fine without him, man. I mean, he missed the majority of that whole first half after he rolled the ankle. And, I mean, they had no problem just running through Arizona. So that was very impressive. And then on the UConn side, obviously, that was just a fantastic win by them. I was on Illinois, and I was wrong. And, Danny Hurley, he did it again. He just, it was a great coaching job. This coaching has got them to where they are in this tournament. But, what are your thoughts on the game tonight, Ian?
Well, Michigan should worry anybody. I mean, that you can get it any way you want from Michigan. I mean, Yak's only 14 minutes in that last game. And I think who's not getting enough credit here is Dusty May. I mean, that was an unbelievable coaching job by Dusty last night. I loved what he did with Elliot Cadeau. With Arizona's shot blockers, they knew that putback could be there. So Elliott, it looked like he was missing these layups, but he was throwing it off the backboard for Ade Mara, and he would just scoop and score. I love what he did there. I think Michigan is a fantastic coach team, and we all know they have the talent. It's going to be a real tall task.
Absolutely. Joey, you have any thoughts on the Final Four or maybe even a lean tonight for the game?
Yeah. So for starters, I just want to say shout out to my city for hosting this. They did an incredible job start to finish, and I really hope they come back for another Final Four because it's definitely something that everyone should experience. But outside of this, I have a premium play on this one, but I think this game is going to be decided on two things, and it's going to be one on pace and tempo. Michigan's going to want to run all over the place, similar to how we saw they played against Arizona. UConn's going to want to really slow that down, more of a half-court grind, really have long possessions, force Michigan into bad looks. And honestly, the way Elliot Cadeau played against Arizona, he had 6 turnovers. Yeah, he had like 13 points, but those turnovers can be costly, especially when you have a guy like Mullins who can shoot the three virtually anywhere on the court. I think this is going to be a back-and-forth game. I know that the line's been going between 7.5, 6.5, but my personal thing would be to wait live, honestly, and you might be able to get 8.5, 9.5 with UConn, which in my opinion is a no-brain bet. Wow. Even with how good Michigan is, getting that many points, even with the spread is now, that many points in a national championship game, I think it's worth it. And one statistic that I saw, Big Ten is 0-8 straight up and against the spread in all national championship games dating back to 2001.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Big Ten has not won. Was it Michigan State, the last Big Ten team to win?
Yep.
Yeah,
And Michigan is one of those who have lost straight up and against the spread in this situation. So
they're 0-8, and then what was it against the spread? That was a great stat.
both 0-8 straight up and against the spread.
Gosh, wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Michigan State's the last Big Ten team that won a championship, which is pretty crazy for a conference like the Big Ten. I mean, you'd think that they'd be winning a lot of titles, but apparently not. Yeah, I know it's going to be a fantastic game. I mean, obviously, Caravan. I saw a statistic on him that they are 18-1 since he joined UConn in the tournament. They're 18-1 in the tournament since he joined UConn. So obviously he's going to want to cut the nets down one more time, and maybe he'll have an opportunity. I'll tell you what, if UConn does win this game, it's going to be because of Bobby Hurley having a great game plan. It's just that experience, man. He's been here, he's been there, done that, as they say. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to be at South Point in Las Vegas watching this game, picking a buddy of mine up from the airport. So if anybody wants to drop by South Point and say hi, Sniper West will be in the sportsbook watching this game. As far as myself, I like Michigan in this game. I'm sorry, Ian. I just got to do it. I mean, Michigan, they've just looked fantastic as a ton of points.
Yeah, they sure do.
They were just dominant against Arizona. One of the best teams, Arizona, for my mind, like I said, I think they were the second best team in the country, and the Wolverines just disposed of them. Yaxel, I mean, I like Michigan whether or not Yaxel plays, but if he plays, I don't know. I almost think it could be like a hindrance. That they were talking in the press conference, and Dusty May was saying that, when he came back, he looked like a 38-year-old in the YMCA, a pretty good 38-year-old, but that's kind of how he was playing. But yeah, I just got to roll Michigan. They looked really good without him, even on the floor. Anyway, so maybe I'm wrong. I know Ian hopes I'm wrong, but I'm going to roll with Michigan. The line did come down a little though, Joey. It was 7.5 last night. It's come down to 7, but I think you're right. I think it, by first tip, maybe it gets up to 8, maybe it gets up to 8.5. And
I have a few more trends too, if you'd like.
Sure.
I was searching trends all morning. Another good trend is championship game favorites 3 or more are 15-3 straight up and 13-5 against the spread. Those favorite 2.5 or less are just 5-4 straight up, so that doesn't apply here. Only twice in the last 25 years did the championship winning team not cover the spread. Those two outliers being Duke against Butler in 2010 and Kansas versus UNC in 2022. And conveniently here, Big Ten is 0-8 against the spread in championship games, and Big East is 8-0 against the spread. And we saw that when UConn beat Purdue as well.
There you go. There's your the trend is your friend, as they say.
Oh yeah.
So looking forward to the game tonight. Where are you guys going to be watching? I know you're in Indianapolis, Joey. You just going to watch the game at home, or what?
Yeah, I will be on my couch. I don't want to deal with that madness because looking at the TV, seeing how many people were there, I'm totally fine with just me, my fiance, and my dog on the couch.
They say the infrastructure there in Indy is really good. It can handle big events like that, which is why Indy hosts a lot of big events like that. Ian, what do you got planned tonight? You going back to?
Well, first, I've heard India. I didn't know you were from there, Joey. That's awesome. I heard it's been fantastic host city, so that's great. Your hometown really showing out. I'm not so superstitious, but I know Danny is, so I am going to keep riding with my local bar Trinity, where I watch the Braylon Mullins shot and hopefully bring some more magic there. I know it's a late one, but I'm a little superstitious here, so I think I got to keep riding with the local spot Trinity in New Haven.
There you go. Nice. So as far as other action tonight, I mean, we have Major League Baseball in full swing. We have the NBA, obviously. I'll go ahead and give out an NBA play for tonight because I do like the selection for everybody watching. So I'm taking a look at the Trailblazers and the Nuggets here tonight in Denver. Keep in mind, there's the altitude in Denver. The over is 8-1 in the last 9 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. Denver, they're the top NBA team, the over team in the NBA. They've gone 48-30 to the overs, meaning 48 overs and 30 unders. That's good for 61.5% to the over. They rank first in offensive rating. Portland sits 7th in pace. Denver, they scored 136, 130, 116, 135, 142, and 125 in their last 6 games. And the Portland Trailblazers, they're actually number 3 in the association. They put up 42 3-point shots per game. And so I like the over. Totals actually come down a little bit. It was 240. It's down to 238, but I'm going to go ahead and fade that move. I like the Trailblazers and Nuggets over tonight in, Mile High in Denver. I think it's going to be a barn burner or an up and down affair, if you will. And we'll go ahead and take the over there. So So for those of you that don't know, this has been another edition of the Wizards Wraparound. We kind of wanted to just talk about the Natty tonight and give you guys some insight. And we thought it'd be fun to bring Ian back on. And yeah, Ian, fantastic job, man. You seem like a seasoned pro. I think that if we get another handicapper over here on the website, I think I'm going to have to vouch for you here with Wiz.
Listen, it's fun and easy to talk ball.
There you go. Absolutely. So, hey, actually, before we go, so Joey, you hung out with the Wiz. Tell me about your time with the Wiz in Indianapolis.
Yeah, so it was a fun time. First night, me, him, Jeremy, and Luke Hancock, we went out to a nice Italian restaurant, got some nice Italian food. Friday, we just kept it low key, had some PF Chang's, watched the women's Final Four, talked about some horses, played some ponies, so that was fun. And then Saturday, he hung out with his son, and then this Sunday, just kind of did my own thing. It was Easter, so stayed home with my fiance, and he went home today. So it was a great time meeting him. It's really cool finally being able to put a person to the actual video that we always see him behind the camera. So everything that he says he is.
Were you with the Wiz and Jeremy for the Tulsa Auburn game?
I didn't go. I had work the next morning, so when I have work, I try to not stay out that late.
Yeah, what a game that was. Nice. Good win for the NIT.
Mm-hmm. Even last night's game too was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first edition of the Wizards Wraparound. We kind of kept it brief today, and that's okay. We're actually going to start getting some graphics. We tried to go live, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think we might have to set up the link beforehand, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and release the show right after we finish up here. And moving forward, the show should be live, so we'll be able to take comments and questions from everybody. And we'll probably have some more content moving forward. We'll do some more baseball, some more basketball, and some more hockey stuff. We didn't even touch hockey today, or baseball. So for that matter, so don't forget to go to the website, wizardsportspicks.com. You get all kinds of sharp sports betting information over there, all kinds of handicappers on the leaderboard. You can see who's hot, and you can go ahead and purchase a package, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly. They're all set up. Fantastic website and fantastic handicappers over there. So we will see you guys tomorrow again on the Wizards Wraparound, and hopefully, for Ian's sake, UConn cuts down the Nets tonight. I would gladly be wrong, Ian, on my selection, just for you to be able to celebrate tonight. I'll take that.
It's just one game, man. It's not the NBA, not a 7-game series. We just need one.
That is true. So, all right, everybody, we will see you tomorrow, and have a great time tonight. Enjoy the game, and I guess go UConn.
Yeah, thanks, guys. All right.